All right, well, I am on the Sandusky River today, and I am super excited because I did not know this boat launch was here. Just south of Tiffin. It should be pretty easy to find if you follow along the river, so I'm not going to give the exact name, but there is a float-in site for any of you looking for a hint. Really excited to be out here today. I've been coming down here for years, and I didn't even know this was here. I don't know if it's a recent development or what, but this section of river, I mean, it's muddy water in Ohio, but it looks good, so hopefully we can get into some fish. Whew. Well, the water is nice and cool, so that should be good. Hopefully he's got some fish moving around. All right. And away we go. All right, well, the water's not very deep. It should be good enough for me to get through, but honestly, I probably could have brought waders. If I get to know this section a bit better, I might just do that. Save some gas mileage bringing the kayak down here. There is just almost no current. We did get a rain last night, so I figured that might help bring some fish in, but we'll see, I guess. Still trying to get used to casting with this new rod. That's a big old rock right there. There we go. Ooh, a little catfish. Sorry, buddy. You got what I was looking for. Tell you what, if you stop spinning, I'll get you off. He came back and hit it a second time. There we go. Oh man, this is a cool little river. If it was up probably another 30 feet per second, it'd be going perfect right now, but beggars can't be choosers, and I don't mind scraping a little bottom to find some fish. Kind of surprised I got a cat already. That was unexpected. Ooh, I got something coming over here. The thing I love about these rivers too is it's just rocky bottom. You wouldn't expect it just being in farm country, but they're just down to the bedrock, or you know, whatever, loose stone, I guess. Bedrock's probably not accurate, but man, it just looks good. I mean, like I said, the water's a little murky, but I've caught decent smallmouth closer to town, and I figured if you got a little bit more current up here, it might work a little better. But this would be awesome to do a float in. Have to be a little bit careful on the way back to not get stuck on a rock. It is shallow right here. Scraping gravel with the paddle. I bet those are little bluegill. I can see them. Cool little river. You'd think there'd just be smallmouth everywhere. wonder if, I know they got rid of, pretty sure they got rid of the dam in Tiffin, or one of the dams, so it might have lowered it a bit. But, man, it's just so much rock. You'd think there'd just be crayfish everywhere and smallmouth right behind them. I'm surprised I caught that channel cat. It looked pretty healthy. Well, while I'm out here, I figured I might do a little review on the Kerco paddle I just bought. Been pretty happy with it so far. I broke my Werner I had for probably 5-6 years, and the ferrule just snapped when I was paddling, and luckily it wasn't a very fast river, but I went into a log jam and had to fish out my other paddle and a bunch of other stuff. So bought a Kerco because they fished a couple tournaments in the last few years, and they sponsored some of the events, or sponsored some other things, and so pretty happy with it so far. It's a super light paddle. It's definitely lighter than the Werner I had, and I had a Skagit's the lower end. I think it was a Kamano. I'll look it up and put a little, I'm sure I'll flash it on the screen, but I love that paddle. It was a little heavy. Granted, like I said, it was 5-6 years old, so this probably has newer tech in it, but just first impression wise so far with this thing, it's super light. It feels relatively strong. Now that I've had a ferrule break on me, I'm a little paranoid about it because this one's adjustable 245 to 255. It's pretty nice though. It's got the degree adjustments on both sides, whichever way you prefer. And I'm doing it at about 250 right now, which is what my Werner was, and I think it's a good size paddle for me and my boat, because this thing's about 32 inches wide, I believe. So, but it's I'm thinking about trying it at 245 just to have the ferrule more in there, because it just makes me nervous that I broke one. I'm all paranoid about doing it again. Oh, that really sucked. I'm really glad I wasn't on like a heavy duty river or anything, because when it snapped I was just like, oh crap. But the material the paddles are made out of seems pretty strong. Oh, there we go. Got a fish. I knew it. Little smallie. There we go. Let him go. Let himself go. I might need to downsize lures. This river is not very deep, and like I said, it's rocky, but I don't know where a lot of places for big fish to hide. I haven't seen any really big holes. A couple of them are decent size, but in the 90s we had a few weeks back, I don't think this section of river would really support a bigger fish unless there was enough shade, which, I mean, there certainly could be. I don't know how much further I'm going to go up. I don't know if I want to deal with rapids right now, but and work my way back down, and it looks like there's a decent chunk of river that way I can fish, and I should be good for the day. I just mostly wanted to get out because I brought the kayak. It rained last night, so I was hoping the murky water might activate the fish, but they seem kind of slow so far. I think I've only been out here for maybe an hour or two. Oh look, an oil drum. Wonder, no, it doesn't look like somebody's using that as a trap. Probably just floated downriver. Oh, hey, there's the tractor tire I've been looking for. This really is a pretty river. You wouldn't expect it to find it out here in the middle of farm country, but here she is. Oh man, right there, right off the first cast. Oh, might have been a good idea to come up here though. I was kind of debating that, but well, they are definitely spawning. That's a little smallie. Look at that guy. Real pretty. I bet he's probably maybe this year or last year. I don't know how fast they grow in this river, but that was right off the bat. I don't know if I got that on tape or not, but a fish just almost jumped in the boat and scared the crap out of me. Alright. I think the sound I made was like, "Whoa! Whoa!" Can't even do it. Can't hit that higher register. Except apparently when I'm afraid of an 8-inch smallmouth. Well, so far this paddle seems to be taking a pretty good beating. Obviously I'm not jamming it off rocks and pushing off with it or anything crazy like that. You're not supposed to with these paddles. That was the fiberglass, I believe. You're just not supposed to give them that kind of pressure because they're not designed to take a side impact like that. But paddling upriver, scraping bottom, I'm not seeing any kind of defects on it yet. It looks good. It's holding together pretty good. I think this paddle was their $200 model. So obviously for a $200 paddle, you want something good. But for comparison, I believe that Werner I bought was about, I got it on sale for $250 as like a closeout a few years ago. And this one, and that was, I think it was $350 originally. And quality wise, obviously I've only used this for a little bit, but this paddle is definitely lighter. Obviously these handles don't change that much. It feels okay. But otherwise I'm pretty impressed for $200, and I can't remember what the warranty is on it. I'll have to look that up. I think it might be 5-year, but I could be wrong about that. It might be just a year. But really impressed so far. This is, I think, the second or third time I've used it. I haven't been recording much this summer after my UP trip because I just have so much film to edit and just not enough time, but I figured this might be a good spot to do it. This looks like a little interesting section up here. Oh, I got a little fish. Oh man, that's a baby smallie right there. Oh, it's a baby. I didn't even feel that thing coming in. Oh, buddy. Yeah, I'm just a little guy. He looks healthy though. Some of that slime on this lure, give it a little bit of scent. This thing is light. That's the thing that I think impresses me the most about it, is just how light this thing is. It is ridiculous. I know I keep saying it, but it is noticeable. Well, we are on our way back. Hopefully we'll catch some fish, otherwise nobody will probably see this. Whew. Like a little minefield in here. Just gotta watch out. Well, I've scratched it up a little bit. You can see it when it's drying, but it's holding up pretty good. It's easy to back paddle with too, which is nice going through this. I mean, this is slow. Nothing really to worry about. You only need to drop anchor for this, but there might be some fish in these little pockets. Or a stick. It's always funny when you go somewhere and there's concrete blocks and tires in the middle of nowhere and you're like, how did that get here? Somebody just left it. I know this used to be dammed up a little bit more way back in the day. I'm wondering if maybe there was boat docks through here at some point. I fished hard the entire way back, but I didn't get anything else. I was pretty satisfied overall with the Kerco paddle. I got to see long term, obviously, how it holds up to a beating. I'm not very gentle on gear, so I will probably find out quickly if it's not any good, but so far I've been really impressed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and hope you guys have a good day.